slow down. I got a 2-car garage, so we can go and make sounds that call you Dale cause you weren't hearts. I'll be Tracy Chapman in the fast car. What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough, so I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. Tonight, two AFC East teams set to collide. It's the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. Here's Smith on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's Brees Hall on the ground for the first time. Jukes a man, he's running free. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already into enemy territory. Going to the ground again on first. He's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. They picked up close to 4. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
Again for the first time to Rashad White. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Let's go now. Bravo 80.
First down, and they go right back to it. He's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Off play action. It's McCarthy. He rolls to his right. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. And we're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script. Brock test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
Throwing on 3rd, McCarthy. Complete beyond the marker. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal.
Gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Ninth play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on third down. They'll throw, third and long. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's Cole Bishop. Along the right sideline, there's space. And the Bills are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's first and goal. Play action now with Allen. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills parlay the interception into points. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Bass now to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's first and 10. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Jets getting ready for this first and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he'll stay upright through this lane, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8. Now it's McCarthy. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And he's going to bring this back with a pick 6 and a Buffalo touchdown. Wow, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock. To have somebody in position for a pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Bills drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready up.
New York to the line. First and 10.
Here we go, set. Ready.
They start to drive with Hall. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here where you got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock him backwards.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he manages maybe 3 yards there to the 23-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
McCarthy throwing on third down. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Running on second with White. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
White running again on second. And a decent run gets about 4. It's going to be third down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
You know, Kate, you'll get a little bit of grace for a drop in the first frame. That's one, as this game goes on, he's got half. It's hard on third down to execute. With the ball in your hands, you got to find a way to catch it.
And he drives this into the pouring rain. Takes it in at the 21. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down throw for Allen. Finds the in route complete. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Bills first down. No doubt they take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Grabbed by Jordan Addison. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. First toe of the game for James Cook. And some solid running here as he gets him 8 yards there into the red zone. Pickup of 8 on the run. And that sets up 2nd and 2. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Our score, 14-0. More from MetLife coming right up. About to begin the second here. The Bills definitely thinking points. They're not going to give him an inch on this second down play. Good job containing that run right at the line.
Nice little welcoming party waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense was ready.
Third and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up. Now they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. This will be around a 33-yarder for him. Bass's kick is good. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
You know, you look at that third down play, looking back, and it really turns into a three-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
Here's Smith on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense ready to get going here. It's first and 10. Play action, McCarthy. And he put everything he's got behind it. Oh, no, they get him yet again. That's Cole Bishop. And the Bills take possession as he makes his fourth interception of our season.
First and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up first and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Back to throw now, Allen. Hits him on the out route. And he is tagged right as he brings that one in, Brock. But a solid gain right up towards that midfield strike.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Alert, alert, alert! Hey, home! Where's that?
Here he is on 3rd and short. He's going deep this time. Caught just shy of the goal line. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive.
Every touchdown's got its own story, but for me, Kate, that one's all about courage. Courage of that receiver to run all the way across the field. Courage of the quarterback to know it's going to take a little extra time. That courage paid dividends for 6.
That one right down the middle. And the Bills make it a 24-point ball game.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Bass now to kick this away. Here's Smith on the return. This makes it up to the 25.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by White. And he cuts it back right. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
They're set up at the 35 now. McCarthy fires out wide, complete. It's a small gain up to the 38. Christian Benford up to make that stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. On play action now, McCarthy. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Bills are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Intercepted by the Bills. They'll take over first and 10 at the 36-yard line.
First down, ball at the 36. Trying it left side with Cook. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Buffalo calls it second time out of the half. They're down to their final one in this half. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Oh, Allen loses it. And the Jets recover it.
I'll tell you this, Kate, the duality of quarterbacks in the league today continues to amaze me. It's remarkable how well they can throw it and run it. But in that case, when you turn into running back, what do you got to do? You've got to protect the football at all costs. He doesn't, and he gives that defense an extra possession.
We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incomplete pass, here comes second and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. That's Smith on the slant. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That play good for 17 and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. Second down coming up.
Well, you can see he gets the ball and he sees a defender waiting for him right on the edge. And at that point, dead on arrival. A good effort on his part to at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. From the gun, it's Hall. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up third and 5.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Third down from the gun. McCarthy. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
On fourth down and 5, the offense staying out there.
Let's go.
They snap it to McCarthy. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Handoff headed right. It's Cook. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. Give him 4 yards as we have hit our 2-minute warning. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Another one for Cook. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Will McDonald there on the tackle.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Begins his return at the 16. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
McCarthy throwing here. They'll set up the screen here for Hall. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. Offense to the line fast.
And the Jets, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
1st and 10. It's McCarthy. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver, and it's going to be 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. Braden Mann on the punt. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. Looking from the gun, it's Allen. Has it in close. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they come away with some some points on that series.
To kick off for the Jets.
On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Look out! 319! Look out!
They'll try the right side with Cook. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 34 yards. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. You've got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
And slides to a stop there with enough for the first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. On the ground. First run for Ray Davis. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
Harrison Phillips on the stop. A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And that brings up 4th and long. The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Here's Smith on the return. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. On the shotgun, McCarthy. And this throw is knocked away, incomplete. Out of the backfield looking for Breece Hall there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
They give on 2nd to Hall. We're working a couple yards past the line. That's Gregory Rousseau who cleaned up that play.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Bills going nickel, 3rd down. They'll throw, 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Looking for Mason Taylor that time. And now they're staring at a 4th down. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. He has it at the 33. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
Bills take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up first and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And they'll start some work to do now on 3rd down as he only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's what an offensive player never wants to see, a defender just waiting for him on the edge. At that point, the play's dead. A good effort on his part to at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's caught. This is Edison. And they get this down to 44 before he stops. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Bills first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down.
Blown back gets the handoff. Good run gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Round 80!
Another carry for him. And this drives him back at field goal range, Brock, as he stopped for loss of yardage. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Allen on 3rd down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. New York to the line. 1st and 10. McGinn left side for Hall. Breaks through and breaks away. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. They got 24 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. First down, and they go right back to it. And he's got him 6 yards on that carry. It's 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Up the middle, here goes White. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
To the line, here's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. This is caught inside the 15. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Jets trail by 23 now.
Jets 7.
On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Starting at the 10. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, Bills to the line now. First and 10. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Put some respect on that corner's name. Corners aren't just on that field to cover. They can hit, and they can create tackles for loss, too.
All right, here we go. Second down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. All right, they bought him a little room. That run good for 6 on second down.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 6 yards.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Bills football, and they can pretty well cruise the rest of the way. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. To the air on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face 4th down. The Bills with a punt team out there. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return.
Jets take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up first and 10.
Here we go, set. Hawks, Hawks, Cowboys.
Back on the ground. Here's White. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Hold it ready.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 Chargers.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Drop this down. White. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. It's everything he has under this one. He's got it inside the 10. He will go. Touchdown, New York. The Jets making the scoreboard look a touch better. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a...
And he makes the catch, so hope not entirely extinguished just yet. Still a little glimmer remaining as that makes it a 2-score game here late. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Return starts at the 9. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 20-yard line.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Allen setting up to throw. Another one to Addison. Nothing to it after the catch, but a good gain on it. So they're down to the 35. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know, as any quarterback is going to tell you, that's one of the most difficult things to do, knowing you're going to get blasted. That defender's coming right at you, but you got to throw an accurate ball. It does 2 things. Number 1, it strikes fear in the defense, and number 2, you gain respect from your teammates.
This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Allen setting up play action. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. Clean breakup on that throw. And that brings up 3rd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Air it out on 3rd. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute to convert on these 3rd downs.
Little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
2nd and 10, McCarthy. Completed over the middle. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Here's McCarthy on 1st and 10. Gets some space around midfield. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Offense in a hurry up here.
That's another Jets 1st down.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Finds the in route complete. And they bring him down around the 34.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Again, McCarthy to throw. Buys time, rolling right. He's running with it. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. Offense in the hurry up here.
That's another Jets 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Throwing on 1st, it's McCarthy. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Jets facing a 15-point deficit. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go. 60 Bison.
Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. He's got Smith again. Touchdown, New York! The Jets can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Extra point try coming. This would importantly make it a one-score game. The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the 4th.
Makes the score Bills 30, Jets 22. Braden Mann to kick off for the Jets.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Return coming from the 6. And after the dime, they'll be set up with some okay field position here.
At their own 23-yard line.
All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. John start to the quick throw left, complete. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offense to the line. This is 2nd and 4. They're going to pass it here. Taking a deep shot here. You know, it's great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, this is one of those situations where they've got the lead on the scoreboard, but not the momentum on the field. This is a big 3rd down coming up. Got to seize back a little control and find a way to cut off the comeback.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Looking to throw. Short pass brought in. We got the football block, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker. 4th down. The Jets take their first time out as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it. Tight end going in motion here. He'll throw it. He connects downfield. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. They find 21 yards and get the first down. Oh, baby, what a call to go for it on 4th. New set of downs for him from the 46. Running out of the gun with Davis. And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he has the Bills the first down. And that Brock should clinch them this way. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. That's all they have. so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. The Bills take a knee, and they'll let the seconds tick away in this win. Kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out. So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. And they take the first skirmish with